Okay, hi there guys, Edward Sanchez here again, and here for another painting video. Hopefully this comes out great, and I have no setbacks or any problems with this video. So yeah, this is Ed Sanchez here again, and here doing another painting video like I said. And today what we're going to focus on is, I think I decided in the other video, I talked about doing a grisaille. I think I'm going to do a grisaille, not maybe a full grisaille, but I'm going to basically block everything in tones of gray or white. Pardon me. Pardon. I've been learning some French, so I might say some French phrases here every once in a while. It's fine. So, bonjour. Bonjour, mon amis. Okay, here we go. So I had to plug my camera, not my camera, my, what is that? There it is. Okay, go to my Blender file. My, okay. Alright, cool. So, the video should be quite interesting. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so, here we go. And just block everything in. Just kind of sketch this in here. So right now I'm just trying to block everything in, kind of get a good handle on everything. So I just kind of sketch that in there, and just kind of loosely blocking everything in. Yeah, that's way too dark, so I gotta fix that. And so it's been a pleasure being here today. I'm glad, I thank God that I'm here and I'm able to share my artwork with you guys and see what you think. And I've done some postings on Facebook before, but never anything like this really. So that'd be very interesting. Okay, excuse me, I'll take a drink here for a moment. Drinking some tea. Anyways, okay, so I'm just going to scrub in the background a little bit. And right now I'm just kind of establishing the overall shape of everything. I'm just going to scrub it in the bottom. Okay. So this is like the scrubbing phase where you just kind of block everything in. And nothing is going to be set in stone right now. I'm just trying to block everything in and get a nice scumbled effect. So for those who don't know, scumbling is when you take a light letter color and put on a darker color. It's also it's a drawing term, but it's a painting term too. So for those of you pencil artists out there, or the guys that use like oil pastels or hard pastels, you'll know that scumbling is basically when light is over on dark. So burnishing is basically the opposite. It's when you take a dark, put on light. So some consider it called glazing, indirect painting. They're basically all the same thing, basically. Burnishing is not so much a painting term; it's more of a drawing term. But I guess you could call glazing burnishing if you wanted it. That's fine. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to basically scrub in this shape here, and so it's the central element here of this kind of like a Moriarty bottle. I've been looking a little bit at Moriarty and his bottle paintings, and this is kind of what I made. So what I did for this painting is I did, I said in my previous video, I went to Blender and I rendered out some objects in the scene and lit it in Cycles. Like I said before, those who don't know Cycles is Cycles rendering program in Blender, which is a free 3D modeling package, and that's what I basically did. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm kind of in a situation here where I've got to start getting some not color, but just some tone in here, and just scrub it in here. Yeah, this is I'm just blocking everything in. So I do a lot of scrubbing in the beginning, just get it into the surface and just get it kind of carved in. Okay, you just like carve it away with a sculpting tool or something. So that's better. Yeah, really just carve the shape away with with this kind of flat brush. So In the comments, guys, tell me what you think about brushes. Like what kind of brushes you guys like to use. I personally like rounds and filberts. I'm not a big fan of flats. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. That looks a little bit better. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to take an image here. The image in here, I'm going to give it a grayscale basically. So bear with me here. I got to take my gloves off. And let's duplicate. Okay. I'm going to go layer. Actually, colors, desaturate. Saturate. There we go. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. So I desaturated the image. Okay, so cool. So now I got that done. I can start judging my values better. And what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to use this as a framework for my color layer. So right now, I'm just basically sketching these things again, and just trying to bring this up to snuff, I guess you could say. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to sketch this plate in here a little bit more. It's going to go like that. So basically, I'm it's kind of like a tonal study here with this. I'm going to scrub in the paint and do kind of like a grisaille just to give myself kind of a framework to work off of. So there's this great quote by Goya, Francisco de Goya, the famous Spanish painter. He said, there are no lines in nature. There are only forms which light and shadows cast upon. So if you really look at a tree, it's kind of interesting. If you look at a tree, those aren't lines. They're basically cylinders. So they aren't lines. They're cylinders in nature. So as you probably guessed, the statement what it basically means is that there are no lines in nature. There are only forms. If you look at a tree, it's all cylinders. It's all it is. It's all cylinders. So that just kind of proves that point. I think it's a really good quote. So it's kind of how I treat things. These are not just flat shapes. They're cylinders. So you got to treat them as cylinders because that's basically what they are. So if you go to any 3D program and you want to make a bottle, you don't take a polygon like a face and make it. You just do a cylinder and modify the cylinder. So that's just kind of how it works. So that's what I've kind of learned over the years about doing 3D. It's really helped me out with my forms and lighting and rendering and knowing how to make a sculpture out of 3D stuff. So like I said, it's just that's the way it kind of works. So anyway, so I basically tell myself that I'm just going to go ahead and do grisaille because I want to have a kind of a framework to go over. So of course my brush just fell on the floor, and I'm going to put this up here. There we go. Nice. Okay, so I did a lot of scrubbing around, just kind of carving away at the shapes, get all that paint in the surface and just carve it in nice and loosely. So like I said before, I told you guys the last video that this is just cotton duck. I got it at Hobby Lobby for I just bought some today actually. That's where I came from today. I was at Hobby Lobby and I got a bunch of canvases for $12 for 4 or 5 16 by 20s. It was a really good deal. It's been on sale for a long time. Actually, it's a consistent price. So crap. Anyways, I'm just gonna kind of scrub this stuff in, give us a nice underpainting to work off of. So like I said, Goya, it's such a great quote. It's so true. If you look at a tree, it's not lines or cylinders. It's a very, very small cylinders. So that's my quote of the day. I have many more quotes that I'll talk about later on, things that I really enjoy talking about. So just kind of scrub this in. The medium I'm using for this paint is just refined Linseal. I actually got a bunch more today. I actually got another bottle of it. It goes by really quickly because I use a lot of Linseal in my paintings. So right now I'm just kind of knocking things in and alright. So thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you guys find something to value in the painting process that I'm doing, leave me a comment and see what you guys think. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help, and I want you guys to help me out as much as I help you out, if at all. So if you got something out of this video, let me know. And if you didn't get anything out of the video, that's fine. I understand. It's okay. I'm not the, I'm on this journey too. So it's a journey that every artist has to go on, and they're pretty much on their own journey. But together we can achieve great things. And I guess my hope as a painter is that I could pass along some knowledge to somebody and help them out, and so it's not so difficult on them because it's difficult on me. Schooling was difficult. It was tough, but it was good tough. So it was just very challenging. But it's a good challenges are good. So how do we have to grow if we don't have any challenges? What would life be like if we never had any challenges? What if everything was easy? Would it be the same? I don't think so. I think it would just be, just too easy. So there are challenges in life. I've got my own challenges, things I'm dealing with. I'm not going to go into, but it's good. So what I'm basically doing right now is just blocking everything in. I might even go a step darker for this background. Yeah, so there we go. So this is nothing special, just cottoned up canvas. So I got a bunch of them at Hobby Lobby just today. So you might be asking, why do I use Refineland Seal? It's basically a dry oil. Every oil basically is a dry oil. I think this medium for me, it's just it's no muss, no fuss. Really easy to use. It's not very complicated. There's a great book by Joseph Shepard, who's a really cool painter. He did a book called Paint Like the Old Masters, I think it's called, where he shared basically the techniques of all these artists that came before him, like Caravaggio and Titian, and I think Veronese was in there. Paulo Veronese was in there, and Rubens was there. Titian, I think I said Titian was there, and Frans Hals was in there. Rembrandt was in there. A bunch of big hitters were in there. And he shared like the secrets of how they made their paintings, and I thought it was very interesting because these guys and these paintings they made were just spectacular, and I just think that book is so great because it really gives you. But the reason I bring it up is because, and I talk a lot because I'm just trying to impart some information other than just painting. I want to talk a little bit more art because that's my chance to opportunity to give back to people, and I want to share some of the stuff that I've seen, and maybe you guys can share some with me too. So there's this great book by Joseph Shepard, like I said before, and basically what he did is he analyzed the paintings of these great masters, and what happened was he found out that they all had different kinds of mediums they mixed with the paints. Rubens had kind of like a jelly paint that jelly medium he worked with, I guess. I'm not sure. I've seen Frans Hals paintings in person. They're absolutely spectacular. They're unbelievably good. He is such a great painter. I love Frans Hals a lot. I tip my hat off to this guy. He's an amazing painter, and I love his stuff a lot. So guys, give him some love because I guess he's just his work is just fantastic. So, all right, so cool. So right now I'm just kind of still scrubbing things in, and it's almost like I'm carving away at a sculpture or something. And it's a very freeing way to paint. Beginning, I'm a tighter painter, but when I start off, I start very loose, and then I get tighter and tighter and tighter because that's just the way I like to paint. So, that's just the way I do it. Other artists are maybe different, so I'm sure there are different painters out there that paint more, tighter or looser, whatever it is. It's fine. It's all good. Cool. So, okay. Okay. So I'm blocking this in. Okay. Okay. All right. Awesome. So I just decided I'm pretty much going to do a grisaille. I'm just kind of very putting this like juicy paint in here, but scrubbing it around these overall dyes in this painting. So it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with the composition so far. I like where it's going, and it looks looking good. Okay, all right, it's cool. All right. Okay, all right, got that blocked in. Okay, I decided that's a little too lopsided. So bear with me for a moment, guys. I gotta put the palette down. I just been in GIMP. Okay, cool. I got it. Okay, good. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Alright, so I think the background needs to be a little bit darker. So what I'm just going to take some little flat brush I'm using. And this is not a big brush, guys, it's a very small brush. I'm just really into small brushes as a way to scrub things in. I'm a tighter painter, this is the way I do things. And some people are more loose, some are tighter than I am, like Chuck Close. And he's good, I love Chuck Close a lot. He's really tight. I don't know how he gets the surfaces. I've seen Linda in person, that's a great painting by him, a painting called Linda. So I think it was acrylic on canvas, and he's a phenomenal painter. I love him so much, love his work so much. I had a chance to see more of his paintings in person. His prints are really good too. If you guys ever get a chance to see Chuck Close, maybe in New York City, I guess he really doesn't talk to many people outside of his circle, but you know, it's really cool, interesting to see that guy in person, whereas his artwork goes. Sweet. Okay. Sorry guys, I gotta adjust this again. So hopefully you guys can see it. Alright, here goes. Good. Got what I needed. Okay. Okay. Do. Okay. 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 This bottoms get blocked in. Okay, so what I'm painting right now is basically the reflection in the plate. I mean, you guys can't see it, but I'm working from a digital image I made in Blender, and I'm put it in GIMP, and I'm basically painting in. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. You can't see the image, but there's this plate in behind the objects. These little bottle, these bottles that are in here. So I'm kind of just trying to put that in there. So I'm kind of getting that part of the dish in there. There we go. Starting to work on it. Okay, cool. Not bad. I'm liking it a lot. So, check the battery life on my camera. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Just one moment. Yeah, got plenty of life. Goodness gracious, that's good. That is awesome. Alright, I'm just gonna stay here and take a look at this painting, see what it needs. Okay, so I need a little bit darker in the background, I think. So I'm gonna scrub some more of that in there. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna have to let this painting dry at some point. So just drop my. Okay, I'm gonna darken the background just a little bit. So I'm not going to paint to any music right now. Maybe in the future I might. I've got some detractors that didn't, I guess, well, some of the music I guess wasn't very kosher, so I'm not going to get into why, but I'll just put I'm not going to paint to any music right now. Maybe in the future. So a lot of guys do videos where they paint to music. I don't right now, at least when I'm on camera anyway. So I'm not going to get to the reasons why, but it's a personal choice I made. So. Alright, so I'm just still scrubbing the canvas, laying down this tone, and painting is basically about line, shape, value, edges, proportion, all those good things, all the art elements and principles, and all that just edges too. So I'm not too concerned with the edges right now. I'm just concerned about blocking everything in and making sure everything's pretty much where it should be. So. There's this great quote by Sargent saying a portrait is where there's something's wrong with the mouth. And I love that quote because it's so true. I mean, people, they treat a portrait as trying to get a likeness, which is a good thing. Obviously, that's what you want to go for. But I mean, people don't understand that it's this weird thing. Like portraiture is so weird because you try to achieve likeness, but you're